Hey folks. So this demo is just to walk you through the marketing analytics suite that we've prepared for business users that will help them in data-driven decision making. So in this entire suite, we've given a complete funnel view of the entire marketing efforts. So starting off with the amount that you're spending in advertising, to what awareness are you generating, to consideration tracked in terms of talkability and engagement, to trial, and then, of course, conversions and repeat. So we're covering this. We're not looking at data in isolation. We've sort of brought together all KPIs and put them side by side so you can have a complete view of what's happening with your business from a marketing standpoint. So we start off with the paid media analytics. So you start off with the date filter. You can filter by campaign name, campaign objectives, and now you see the most important KPIs that a business user wants to see from a paid media standpoint: total spend, impressions, clicks, likes, total customers, and conversions. So here you can obviously see, I mean, as I said earlier, that we can have a funnel view. This alone, this section alone can give you a clear view that you're not just looking at the top of the funnel, or you're not just looking at spend in isolation. You're getting a complete picture of what's happening across the funnel. You can also see a platform wise view of your spending and your results, and you can compare them side by side. In terms of impressions, of course, platform wise and month wise as well. This is adjustable. You can see this quarter wise, yearly, however you would you want to see the data. But you can add as many platforms as you want to, but this is a very clear and a very precise view, giving you a view of your reach metrics. In this case, we're looking at impressions over here. You might also want to see for e-commerce players that operate on a global level, or for all businesses, in fact, that operate on a global level, you would want to see what is your reach in a particular country. So here, for example, I can clearly see that if I pick China, for example, I can clearly see that in China, I was able to generate 92 million impressions. On Twitter, on LinkedIn, I was able to generate 88 million impressions. And the same goes for YouTube. I mean, just to sum it up, you can have a country wise, region wise view of your impressions across all channels that you're operating in. So moving forward, the next part of the funnel is engagements. Here you can see a platform-wise breakdown of your engagements uh, and your likes. So basically, I mean, here if you click here, you can see the total number of. I mean, engagement here can be broken down into likes. You could also see, you can add as many metrics as you want to. If you want to see reactions, if you want to see comments, we can add all of that. I mean, that depends on the business, because a lot of businesses have different definitions for engagements. We can customize it as per the client need. But here you can see a platform wise view of your engagements, and then again we can break it down to sub metrics within engagements as well. You can also see total clicks, clicks from a platform standpoint. So here I can clearly see that I got uh, 36,000 clicks on Twitter ads alone, and the same goes for YouTube, Facebook, and all platforms that you're operating in. Conversions. Uh, a lot of business owners consider this as the most important part of the business, of the funnel, in fact, because this is the value generating part. This is from where businesses make revenue, right? Conversions are essentially orders over here, or I mean, in some definitions, it could also be revenue. It could also be sales. It could have multiple meanings. So again, it is customized. It can be customized as per the business need. Platform wise view and cost metrics are very important to evaluate when you're, of course, I mean, evaluating the efficiencies in your business, so you can see what platform is giving you the best cost per thousand impressions. So, I mean, here I can see that the average global, average is around $1.5. So here I can see that we're roughly at the global average across all platforms, and there is no anomaly here. I mean, it's very easy to pinpoint an anomaly over here, and you can take a corrective measure in your campaign settings. Customers. Your new customers and your returning customers, a clear bifurcation platform wise, I mean, you want to see, let's say, if any platform is struggling in terms of bringing repeat purchase or repeat customers or returning customers, let's say, you might want to go back. You might want to have some loyalty programs in place. You might want to focus on the bottom of the funnel just to recruit more returning customers in your basket. So moving forward, the next most important dashboard, which I feel from a paid media perspective, is marketing spend analytics. So in marketing spend analytics, we're just to summarize it, we're getting uh, a clear bifurcation of your spend and your return on from different comparisons. We start off with time series analysis, so we can see a month wise, a quarter wise, a year wise analysis of your spend and your return. We can see the average return on ad spend, which is a very important metric for a lot of brands out there. So you can clearly see this on a monthly, quarterly time series based and a platform wise analysis as well. So I can see, of course, like for example, Instagram ads is generating the highest return on ad spend across all months. I mean, I can clearly see that Facebook ads is not generating the desired return on ad spend as it should have. So this is very impactful, a very impactful metric, giving you a very clear insight as to what platform you need to focus on and where should your energies be invested. You can also see a campaign wise analysis of your spending. Previously we've seen like very high level analysis of what's the spend been, what have the returns been, what platforms have we used, but you want to dig a little deeper. You want to look at some campaigns. So X1, X2, X3, X4 are campaigns over here. And the red bars are the marketing spend, the green is showing you the return. And you can of course see the conversions campaign wise as well. So you can, again, you want to figure out which campaign worked the best for you. This chart here, or this section in the dashboard here, is giving you very clear indication that, for example, if I talk about conversions, for me, I clearly know, although there is a negligible difference, but X2 is generating the highest number of conversions for me. Marketing objective campaign setting is a very, very important KPI when you're sort of setting up the campaign across these ad platforms. At times objectives are different. I mean, you're running awareness campaigns, then you're running consideration campaigns, but at the end of the day you want to find out which metrics are generating the best value for you, uh, and generating, in fact, I would say, which are driving the highest return as well. So in this one I can clearly see that awareness campaigns are not that great in terms of generating revenue, because at the end of the day, for most businesses it is about revenue, right? So if I would be the business owner, I mean, I or a business user, I would say that conversions are working best for me, although priorities can be different, but in terms of revenue, conversions are working best for me, right? Conversions centric campaigns. And then of course I can have a campaign objective view from a conversion standpoint as well. So from for media analysis, if I want to figure out which platform worked the best for me in terms of return, and in terms of the overall uh, cost efficiency, the value for money, I would say. So Twitter ads, Instagram ads. So I can clearly see here that Instagram ads is, I mean, getting me the highest return, and with almost the same amount of spend, Google ads is not generating me the same amount of revenue. So maybe I need to go back to the drawing board, and I need to sort of do some budget allocations. I need to do I need a shift of priorities, right? Because at the end of the day, I mean, if Google is not is not generating the right revenue, maybe I need to shift my strategies. Maybe I need to pivot a little bit, right? So this is basically about that. A summarized view of what countries perform the best, which campaign times perform the best, which products work the best for you in terms of conversions. If I want to take a deeper approach, if I want to look at platforms individually, and their month on month performance in terms of engagements, return, and I mean, if I even want to look at the performance by different ad types, by different placements. Let's say on I mean Facebook, there are different ad placements like there's a video, there's a poll, there's a carousel, the dynamic ads, different ads set wise. So if I want to figure out what engagements, where am I getting the most engagements from, this is the right place for you. I mean, this goes the same for Twitter, website, and Instagram, and whatever platforms that you may have. You can have a deeper approach in this. I've spent a lot of time talking about paid media because, of course, money and its right value is very, very significant for a lot of businesses. In fact, for all businesses. But if I also want to view organic traffic, and if I want to evaluate my organic performance, because I personally believe that that's this is the true reflection of your brand health. You want to dig deeper and you want to sort of evaluate this very, very profoundly. So you can see the total number of posts, the total engagements, the total messages, all KPIs relevant to organic performance are available over here. Platform wise, a number of posts, month wise number of posts. And the most important part here is a very interesting one is that we've categorized these posts in different themes. We do this technically by placing some hashtags and then bucketing them into a certain theme. So we know which content theme is working best for us, right? So here, for example, I know that I had the highest number of occasion based posts, right? And I per se had the lowest number of promo based posts. Now this is just to set the tone. Here onwards I can see the output of these posts. I mean, what was the highest number of engagement platform wise, month wise, and then theme wise? So I knew for a fact that occasion based posts were the highest in number, but they also generated the highest number of engagement as well. So a clear indication for me that it's working out, that I'm on the right track and it's working out for me. The same goes for queries. I can also see a demographic view over here, age-wise analysis of the number of queries, month-wise, platform-wise, sentiment again is very, very close to is very close, there to business owner, business managers, because they want to find out what people are talking about, what people think about their brand, right? So we see that, I mean, the overall sentiment by platform, by month, and then by gender as well. So I see that, here, my, the total positive sentiment of is 36% across my platforms. I mean, this can be further broken down into different genders, different age segments as well. But this is just a high level view of the capability that we can, I mean, just a capability show as to what we can do. YouTube is a very important platform. You want to see the view through rates, the average view durations, average view time, the absolute number of views. You can have a clear view of that. But I mean, if I want to, this was a high level view of organic media performance. If I want to look at the campaign wise performance, this is the right place. The total number of posts campaign wise, and platform wise as well, of course. And then, of course, the output similar to what we see in the high level organic media dashboard. This is just a second level detail for you, where we're giving the same view from a campaign perspective, right? Video views, view duration, audience analysis, and I mean, impressions. So this is from a campaign perspective. We've covered paid and organic media. Now if I want to look at sales and product analytics, right? So, I mean, this particular dashboard is giving you a view of what was, how many sales you got, what was this lost revenue, the total orders, the lost orders, and you can see this high level, an aggregated view. You can see this from a brand perspective or a category perspective, and different across different time ranges as well. So I mean, total revenue by month, total revenue and contribution by top five brands. And I mean, I could have 10 over here as well, but the data would be a bit cluttered. Hence, we kept it just, we've limited to the top five brands, or this could also be relabeled as categories. The lost revenue and contribution, orders by country, very, very important. You know where to focus on, where to invest the most energies, where exactly is the red light? This is something that you can see in the refunded voided orders by country. Maybe that there are some supply chain issues. Maybe the output or the vendor, I mean, is not sort of managing the overall value chain properly. So you need a bit of attention over there. Clear insights for business owners to take data into consideration and act appropriately. Uh, so incremental revenue by campaign, just a campaign level perspective. Now here I can see clearly which products are generating or contributing what to the business KPIs or to the sales KPIs, I would say, right? So I see that out of the total paid orders, product A contributed, product A's contribution was 0.13%. Out of the total pending orders, I see here that product F had the highest contribution, because I mean this needs some attention. 1.89% of the total pending orders. Maybe there's something wrong, and the same goes for refunded and voided products as well. Product analytics, top three countries. I in the previous section we mostly look at aggregated or high level I mean views where we were looking at brands or categories. But for a lot of e-commerce players or a lot of FMCGs, they want to, so they usually have different structures of their product offerings. It starts off with categories, they move down to products, and then even SKUs, right? So this is customizable. I mean, we can sort of customize it for you the way you want to see it. If you want to see an SKU level view, we'll do that for you. I mean, top three countries by product sold, revenue, products by brands by revenue, and products by revenue. Uh, I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory, very clear KPIs, very straightforward KPIs, but action oriented. Very good insights here. So this is basically I mean a very thorough view of what we're trying to show here in the marketing analytics suite. We have another dashboard, customer analytics suite, but I would let you explore that. And I would want to actually hear from you, what impact do you think can create in your business, in your decision making? Just to reiterate, this is just a POC. And this is just a capability snapshot. I mean, this is absolutely customizable. We can ingest data from your sources, and we can tell you what KPIs suit you the best and what will help you in driving the best business value. So thank you. If you have any questions, please reach out to us.